Let's just get this show on the road. Hello. Howdy, howdy. We're gonna do some tarot. I'll save this for my reading. For now, we'll do a general collective, unless you'd like a reading. Don't you just love ads? If you are catching this on YouTube, you can ask for a reading live on Twitch at Shay Stars. Maybe at some point it'd be nice to add a live session for YouTube specifically. But for now, we're just doing, and if I can get to 100 follows on Facebook, we could incorporate streaming there. But for now, it's just Twitch. And we'll get started with general collectives. First card is the King of Pentacles. This was, I feel like last week or the week, well, I guess it's been 2 weeks. Hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll shut the door just to keep any background noise down. And we've got guest star Noodle. She's taking a seat or a nap. Thanks for lending your energy, girl. Second card is the Knight of Swords. And we'll go one more card. And then we'll take a look at the meanings behind them. The last card for my collective at the current time is the Four of Pentacles. Maybe saving, or would it be holding back? The first card for my general collective is the King of Pentacles, an abundant king. He is the it guy. He's the one you want to borrow $10, but make sure you pay him back, or you might face his Knight of Swords. Alright, the King of Pentacles means that sometimes all of your hard work can have a reward. Whether that is a material thing or something as simple but as needed as some space to relax, now could be the time to enjoy what you have. The Knight of Swords. Not to be confused with the Nine of Swords. The Knight of Swords is confident in what they believe and urges us to charge forward with conviction. Be certain about your course of action. Is that satisfaction from doing the right thing or simply doing? Look before you leap. So it's like, you know, in Metal Gear Solid 1, when Snake's just following orders, and then you find out that, you know, there's a lot more to it, and it's important to think on your own. Don't follow blindly. I guess that's more of the lesson Raiden had to learn than Snake, but or maybe even Big Boss. Be a big boss. Not a naked snake. And last, be the Four of Pentacles. Represents the miser energy. It's like being a millionaire, but driving a Honda, like a 2000 Honda Civic. Hey, look, I'm not saying you gotta drive a limo everywhere, but you know, we don't need to be breaking down on the side of the road if we're millionaires. You know what I mean? It could also mean that, you know, the King of Pentacles has everything, so what are you holding back? Is it emotions? Generosity? We'll ask for some clarifiers after I read about this next card. Unless, of course, anyone wants a reading, feel free to chime in. My readings are free, and I'd be more than happy to do one. Alright. So, the Four of Coins, or Pentacles, maybe it represents coins in your case, but once you have something you have long desired, it is natural to want to keep it. But try too hard and you might lose it. Protect what you have, but do not forget to enjoy it as well. Oh my gosh. Tell me about it. That makes me think of how, like, you know, I'm big into collecting, and sometimes I picked up the habit of, like, not opening things until I'm ready to, which I think is brilliant. And it's been really good for me in the sense of, like, being able to resell some of my items. But it's also made me really kind of analyze, like, hey, if I've gone this long without opening it, do I really need it? Am I really enjoying it? And so it's helped me reassess things in my life. So maybe it's just some things you need to re-examine yourself. Or, you know, even just like maybe there's something you've been putting off and you need to look at it right now. Just enjoy it right now. Live in the moment. Let's do an oracle card. I'll do one from my sacred symbols, and I'll do one from my love oracle. Ooh, look at that. Soulmate. Interesting. So that actually makes a perfect opportunity to talk about soulmates, because I feel like love gurus or even spiritual gurus. Well, if it's okay, let me just tell you. If someone's throwing around soulmate, it's kind of a red flag, because soulmates are not something like some people will try to manipulate you and tell you, like, oh, we're soulmates, so we have to stick together, we have to do this. And in reality, soulmates are just a powerful connection in your lifetime. So like your best friend is your soulmate, your cat could be your soulmate. So it's not really meant to be a romantic thing. And if somebody's out making our soulmates a romantic thing, then it's kind of a red flag. At least a sign they don't know what they're talking about. They're just throwing around spiritual terms all willy-nilly. Or maybe they're just ignorant. You know, I guess we never know. But context matters. I asked for a clarifier and I got the Eight of Wands. So, Eight of Wands is like a forward movement type. So again, it's kind of giving me like seize the day, do the thing. Uh, you know, if you're saving, like say, it makes me think of like I used to have this friend who would hoard snacks and food, and I'd be like being like sweet tooth little piggy me. I'd be like, "Ooh, can I have one of your or oatmeal cakes?" And she'd be like, "No, I'm saving it." And like a long time later, we'd be like cleaning a room together, and I'd like open something up, and there would be those same cakes I asked for, but they've now gone bad, and they're all moldy and they're gross, and it's like I could have eaten that. So don't let your oatmeal cakes go bad. Just eat them. And if you're not going to eat them, give them away. Let's see. Let's read about the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. Things are in motion. You know, like time going by, molding out your oatmeal cakes. But in what direction and what end is more difficult to say. What do your other cards tell you? It could be time to get on the move. Take hold of that energy and use it to your advantage. So let's see, what do we need to take action on? What should my collective take action on? Let me get a card. Ooh, one just totally popped out. The Eight of Pentacles. Work, 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 work. You gotta do the work, 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 work. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what this means. You have skills, no doubt, but you can always be better. Consider yourself an apprentice. Be dedicated, serious, and sincere. After all, practice makes perfect. So, pretty much what I said. Let's, time to put things into motion. Get off your butt. We can do another oracle. I always find it interesting with the readings. Sometimes I feel like sometimes it's like popping off. Okay. So in my love oracle, we got grace. So maybe there's someone that you need to be holding grace towards? Let me look something up on that one. It is so hot in here. I'm going to ask for clarity on grace. Isn't she? She's so chill. She's just hanging out. My little noodle. Six of Swords. When it comes to grace, we got the Six of Swords. And the One of Noodles. Transitions might be necessary, but they can often be difficult. The process of changing. Oh, Noodle! Little stretchies. The process of changing from one state of being or environment to another may cause friction, but you can also see it as a good time to let go of the burdens of your past. So I don't know who that's for. Maybe that's even for me, because I'm getting back into streaming. I gotta do the work. I gotta do it. Art stream. Let's see. Tipping Canoes, do you want me to do a reading? Do you want a reading? I don't know why I said it like that, but that's how I said it. Let's go. Alright. Give me 3 cards for Canoe. 3 cards for Canoe. Oh, Noodle, you're so cute. I love when she covers her face like that. Got a little paw in front of her face. 3 cards for Canoe. I know, right? Maybe I should get a blue blanket so she contrasts. She kind of like blends into this one. The 5 of Pentacles in reverse. The 10 of Cups in reverse. What's with all these reverse cards? What the heck? Alright, I guess we'll find out. Your first card. When the 5 of Pentacles shows up in your reading reversed, it may signify that help is on the way. I'm on my way. Help is on the way. It will most likely come in the form of what does that mean? Of an institution. Like the government? Seek signs of available help in your place of worship or within your family or social group. What about your friends? Just like the upright Five Nights at Freddy's, the 5 of Pentacles reverse carries a strong feeling of self-pity. Be ready to shed that image of yourself when you are recovered. Because of the nature of the number 5, this is about the midpoint of your journey, so keep going. Oh God, I'm getting committed. Help. Help. Next card is the Ten of Cups. Reversed. What the hell? Reverse the Ten of Cups suggests that there is fighting within your family or you are not spending enough quality time with another. Something is getting in the way of the picture of contentment represented by the upright Ten of Cups. It can sometimes be tied to money or work. Usually when the Ten of Cups is reversed, it can indicate that there is a lack of respect or compassion for and from your family members. Do your best to treat others with love, even when they are not showing it to you. If you don't, the relationship has a little chance of changing for the better. They're coming to take me away! Ha ha! Woohoo! Hee hee! Let's see. I probably... let's see, last one. The Nine of Swords reversed. Beating yourself up and suffering. Wah wah. Nine of Swords reversed can come up at a time when you're beating yourself up about something that happened in the past. It's time to let it go. This card reverse can also show up after you've sought help for the worry you have been experiencing. It is a sign that the troubles will soon wane. Like the tides, this too shall pass. On the other hand, the Nine of Swords can appear in a reading when you are needlessly suffering and should find help. You should confide in a friend. Really? Oh, yeah, it's funny you say that because that's what I was thinking the whole time I was reading that. I was like, you were just telling me, like, literally about this situation. That's all I could think of when I was reading that. I was like, this is what she was just telling me about. I should confide in a friend about my suffering? Yes. I mean, I know of one person that's a good listener. Because you've told me they're a good listener. Doesn't always necessarily have to be me. You got lots of friends. Sometimes other perspectives are good. Okay, Sheila, my back hurts. Okay. You are healed. Noodle. Send your noodle healing powers. There. It did. See? And away we go. It's funny because it's always hit and miss. Like, obviously, 2 weeks ago when we did our last tarot stream, it was like, I had to end it because it was like so much. So maybe the sweet spot is like 4 o'clock. Probably shouldn't have played so much Suns, but that game is so freaking good. I'm like addicted. In the form of me. Here I come. With my paws of power. You just... Wah. Did you see... Was it just me or did the lights flicker? Yes, I'll do a reading for Satan. Satan is the cutest kitty in the whole world. He's got big, doughy eyes. And he's got a big, doughy body. He's a little fuzz boy. Alright. Let me get a card for Mr. Foot. Aw, Noodle. Noodle, do you want to do a kitty cat card? Pick a kitty cat card for another kitty cat? She's like, no, I'm fucking sleeping, Ma. Yay! Woo! That's true, Noodle. You are the cutest. Don't worry. Cutest in the whole wide world. Satan is just the cutest cat in Canada. Okay? Also, thank you. Thank you, V, for the resub. You fucking rock. And of course, if you want a reading, I got you. I got you. Miss Noodle. Satan's just the cutest cat in Canada, okay? Oh, you know what's funny? Okay. Look what Satan got. uh, it's funny because the first time Noodle ever picked a card in my tarot deck for me, this was the card she got. So this is officially the kitty cat card. Of course Satan got it. Hey, Satan, it's me. Oh my god, it's too perfect. Alright, let's get another card. Fitting. And last but not least. Oh, okay. Alright. I think maybe he's... Okay, I think I know where this is going. I think the first card probably reflects something he needs to work on. So he's got it does represent it's like indulgence and addiction, whether it be like food or even sorrow. This appears when there's an addiction. So I think probably this is revolving around maybe Satan's we know he likes to eat. He's a big boy. This card represents the shadow, necessary but often hiding truths. It does not foretell doom, only the need for attention. Still struggling with the concept of even amounts, in the tarot, the fool overindulges in drinking, and one night in the shadows, he sees the devil, or maybe Satan. The devil is with two people wearing shackles around their necks. Although terrified, the fool manages to turn around. Before he does, he notices the shackles were big enough to easily slide off. The devil is universally one of the most worrying cards to get in a reading. Although the appearance of this card can feel like a curse or a dark cloud, the devil actually has no control over you. The devil is only here as a sign that you have let an idea or substance take over your well-being. The third card is the King of Pentacles, only reversed. So, real quick, just because I wanted to mention that his other card is, he's got the Sun. So right before, the only thing that I'm really getting from the Sun is that, like, he's happy. But maybe he's like overindulging in what makes him happy, like eating. Or just him. He's the inner light come out to play, warm and radiant. This card represents newfound and youthful yet powerful energy. So maybe he just needs to play more. So eat less and play more. This is one of the purest and happiest cards in the tarot. It represents a childlike outlook, or in some cases, I think the only thing Satan's pregnant with is food. But sometimes it can signify that. Food and poop. Yeah. So he needs to eat less and play more. And here we go. The King of Pentacles reverse is irresponsibility, control, and rigidity. The King of Pentacles reverse indicates a tendency to not listen to others or a rigid business strategy. More like, I'm just going to be annoying and meow until I get what I want. It can mean you are being domineering with your family members or colleagues with well meaning but unreasonable standards, like a boss who requires time logging because he does not trust his coworkers to do a job. If you get reverse King of Pentacles in a reading, it is an indicator of imbalance. Because of the suit Pentacles, the solution to this imbalance has to do with day-to-day life. If you're feeling stuck or in a rut, you can begin to heal by turning off your technology. I don't think that's going to help him, but helpful exercise to balance and maybe reviewing bank statements. I mean, I don't think Satan's got bank statements, but, maybe he could be counting his calories a little bit. That sounds like a pretty accurate reading for him. So let's see what we get for V. Did you have a particular question, or do you want to just do a general? He needs to put his kibbles away and go easy on the catnip. Exactly. And I think, and I'm getting that he needs to tap into his inner kitten more and like exercise. He needs to do something to get him moving and playing. Maybe find a way to like distract him when he's begging for food. I know Noodle can get kind of food driven too sometimes. Yeah, I'm talking about you, girl. Yeah, girl. You're such a good girl. Okay, General for Vel. Catnip addiction is no joke. I've seen a cat. Yeah. Noodle likes her catnip, but she's not one of the worst I've seen. She gets it in moderation. Usually on her scratching post to encourage her to use them and not the furniture. Alright, you got the Knight of Cups, the Hanged Man in reverse, and the Ace of Cups in reverse. He gets zoomies. Satan's so cute. I'd love to see him getting the zoomies. Alright. You're first. I feel like, didn't you get the Knight of Cups last reading? I feel like you did. No, because I'm reading the wrong one. You got the King of Cups last time. The Knight of Cups is charm, drama, and romance. The Knight of Cups represents a youthful adult, perhaps, or in the college energy, like the, middle-aged student who is fiercely loyal to those they love. This card is a dark and mysterious, yet, romance? You don't know? I think it kind of just comes hand in hand with being a water sign. This card is a dark, mysterious, yet charming and accepting energy. If you receive this card in a spread, it may depict a person, an energy, or yourself at a particular phase in your life. The positive side of the Knight of Cups is a soulfully loving card. Although intense, the Knight of Cups is a dreamy, sensitive card that values general expression of the heart. On the negative side, the Knight of Cups is prone to depression, sometimes making dark but meaningful art. Romantic and emotionally profound, this card may be warning of a time ahead that will be filled with emotional ups and downs. And I know, considering what you've been going through, it sounds about right. Um, the Hanged Man in reverse is telling me, um, perhaps there's a need for a different perspective. Um, because what you're sitting in now is like confusion and criticism. It symbolizes the same things as the upright card, but sometimes it's like basically something's blocking the energy and causing confusion. Um, it can be a sign that you're too confident in a choice. You may feel like you're the only one who gets it. What you may not realize is that the criticism you are facing is not saying to choose one thing or another, but rather that you should explore and be open to what could be great opportunities. This isn't a card about life, death, or choices, but about suspension. So, like, I'm going to relate it to relationships because I kind of know that's what you're going through. And I know usually after a breakup, it's really easy to be just like, fine. Like, or you go, like, for me, sometimes you end up fluctuating between like, oh, I hope I can find someone else. I don't want to be alone. Or it's like, or then you're like, you know what? I just want to be alone forever. I don't want anybody. I'm better off by myself. When in reality, like, the moment you accept your current state is when you end up finding someone. So it's kind of like, I'm almost getting that you need to make sure just still focus on the um like that there's still I'm still getting an imbalance, which is what I was getting last time, and that you want to try to like really try to work on the neutrality. Um and that's when things will really start falling into place for you. Ace of Cups, especially with your Ace of Cups in reverse, because again, the Ace of Cups is like a new start in love, and reverse is obviously the reverse of that. So it's almost like the moment you can uh, flip your situation around is when your opportunity arises, or at least the opportunity for love to start filling that cup. Because you can't fill a cup that's turned over. Um, the Ace of Cups always represents strong emotion, but reverse this card can signify hesitation or unwillingness to be rational. So too much in our emotions. It can be that you've been backed into a corner and are desperate to get out. In any case, if you receive this card in a reading, your creativity and passion will flow freely again soon. You're seeking advice over a choice. The Ace of Cup reverse can be a strong sign to listen to your heart in this instance rather than your head. In the realm of career, this card reverse points to a tendency to get overly attached to one's work and not hear constructive feedback. Okay, I'm going to pull an oracle for you. See what we get. Let's see what we get from your oracle. I know I shuffled this, but you got this came right back out again. I don't know if you were here earlier, but that's something from earlier. Oh man, my job is gets my underneath my finger. I need to get a pet. I need to get a manicure. I also got meditate. That's gonna help you get your balance back, your perspective back, and last but not least, Earth Oracle. Maybe talking about getting grounded, or even maybe just into that pentacle energy. You focused on your bag. Which low key can be kind of dangerous, because they say, some people are like, oh, when I have this or I have that, then, once I'm successful, then I'll think about love. And it's like, well, I mean, then you don't want to attract a bunch of gold diggers or anything. So, um, I think if you just focus on finding an emotional balance, um, and heal what you're going through, I think the positive energy and opportunity is going to start flowing real fast for you. Wasn't here. Oh, so basically, it's just oh, you weren't here. So the soulmate card came out earlier, and I just kind of mentioned that soulmate doesn't necessarily mean um romantic. It can mean anything. It just means a relationship that's meaningful. And a lot of times something that's kind of meant to be in your spiritual or help that'll help you spiritually grow. So like I said, either like for example, like soulmate is not romantic. Um, it can even just be one of my favorite tarot readers was even saying like if you're being really antisocial, like go sometimes like that means getting an animal, getting a pet, you know, something to connect to. I know Noodle was my little buddy when I was going through some hard stuff. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. So yeah. Well, I think I'm just gonna remind you to make sure that you're relaxing, that you're meditating, and finding your spiritual and emotional balance so that you can get into that right energy. Cause like I feel like you are according to the cards, you were ready or just like you are in the right energy to be a romantic partner. You just need to get into the energy to attract that, or get into the right energy so you attract the right person. Well, we got about 10 minutes left. Um, if anyone wants a reading, speak up now. Otherwise, we'll probably do our final 3 cards for the collective and call it a night, call it a week. See what, we'll maybe draw 3 cards for the week ahead. If you're just tuning in, I do free readings. All you have to do is ask. I'm here on Wednesdays. And at some point, we'll probably get a more self-approve and open back up. I know you can. I know you can. It's a lot of times when a relation, it's never really about what we think it's about. Like, I don't know. Or even just a lot of times you gotta give something up to get something better. And for whatever reason, what you had wasn't working. And the only way to get something that is working was to let that fall away. I feel like last time we might have got a star card for you, or at least for collective, which means, it's basically the guiding light after the storm kind of thing. Like after in the tarot, as it tells a story, like the the tower falls, but then afterwards you can see the star in the sky. I see you've been streaming more. I don't always get to catch it because I'm at work, but I'm glad that you're getting back into the swing of things. My collective energy earlier was showing that we need to get into that work. All right, let's go back to this this other deck I was using, and we'll do a final 3, unless Yeah. I'm here for it. Let's get crazy. All right. If no one else wants a reading, we'll do 3 cards asking about my collective in the week to come. What do I got for the week to come? What's up for the week of my collective? What do we need to know? 10 of Wands, a burden, a wall, something restricting, 6 of Pentacles, and last but not least, the Page of Swords. Okay. Yeah, crazy time, crazy. First card, the 10 of Wands. It's usually like trying. Oh, I was thinking it was the. Let's see. All right. Have you been taking on too much? Is something weighing on you? A responsibility that feels more like a burden? This may be time to think about what you have accomplished, the effort it took, and whether you should have asked for help. Or sometimes, I'm just going to put it out there. Sometimes you just got to listen to yourself. But then again, there's nothing wrong with help. I was struggling for a really long time with a friendship that wasn't going well. It was taking a lot of emotional and financial toll on me, and it took one of my really close friends telling me, like, you know, this person's responsible for themselves and you don't have to feel bad for them anymore. And like just hearing that made me like, oh, I don't have to feel bad anymore. There's only so much you can do. Take care of yourself and let burdens go that don't belong to you. I know sometimes we take those on because we feel bad or we have sympathy or, like too much. We would want someone to help us in that scenario. But remember that, like, that means you also have to be that person that helps you. And if no one's stepping up to help you, you got to be that for yourself sometimes. 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. Have you come into some good fortune? Well, I hope my viewers do. If so, spread the wealth. Nothing shows your appreciation for everything you have been given like giving to others. And that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be financially. It could mean emotionally, um, or even just good spirits. So, generosity is in the cards. Last but not least, our final card before we sign off for the day is the Page of Swords. Focus and direction may not be your strong suit at the moment. New ideas, possibilities, dreams, and desires keep your head buzzing. You can try to harness that flow or follow it where it takes you. So think of a shonen protagonist. What kind of adventure are you going to go on? Do you want to be the king of pirates? Or maybe the Hokage? Maybe the problem is you want to be all of them. Guess it's just maybe there's nothing wrong with thinking about it, huh? And last little oracle card for the reading is Power. Power. You've got the power to do it. You are that shonen protagonist. That's actually the kind of comic I would love to write. It's like a kind of like my first comic. I wanted to be like a kind of fun spirited type story. You trying to be a wizard or a rogue? I want to be... What? You heard Raven? Did she sneak in? That's so funny. Oh, I thought she... Okay, okay. Miss Noodle. How? I don't know why, but I felt compelled to. Look at that! What a perfect card. I I don't know why, but I just felt compelled to pull out one more card, and it's the Shayla Star card. So, and what does that mean? It's a major arcana. It's actually one of the few. We haven't been getting a ton of major arcana this time. So let's read about it. This will be the perfect card. I always love when this one comes out for me because it makes me look cool. The Estrella card. Hope and regeneration is always within reach. No matter what stage you are at life's journey, you can still make a change if you want it, and if not, you can always reaffirm the greatness that is you. Have faith in yourself and inner resilience. You're full of poops. All right. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed this week's reading and take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It needs right? Charisma casting is fun. It needs less intelligence. That's me. All that riz. And don't forget to keep that dancing spirit like the butterfly. It represents transformation and change for the better. Change is scary, but it's ultimately a good thing, especially when I know sometimes I've been in situations where I've been afraid of change because I'm like, I'd rather things stay than they are than get worse. But we never consider the possibility that it could get better. So I'd like just to maybe get in the art of flow, and that even if things do get worse, uh, just like the ebb and like this too will pass basically, and the more likely you are to oh hey, hi cottage country, 'cause I flow, let it flow, let it flow. um we were about to end stream, but if you'd like, it's not too late. If you'd like a reading before I head out, we could do the last reading of the day. Otherwise, I'll be back next Wednesday. Would you like a reading? Awesome. Did you have a question in mind or just general? Oh, of course. My favorite type of reading. Oh, and we woke Noodle up. Ooh, someone's got options. Ooh. All right. Got the Seven of Cups, the Lovers, and the Six of Swords in reverse. I'm not so sure I'm feeling about that last card, but we'll see. Seven of Cups has a couple different meanings. In some, it basically ultimately says you have options, but with those options can come choice paralysis or even overindulgence in fantasy. Um, it's a daydream card, and it appears when you have many options. So many wonderful ones to choose from, but it's difficult to make a decision. But this card warns that this feeling is an illusion. Your flights of fancy about each option are running wild, preventing you from making a real decision. Sometimes the Seven of Cups is asking you to be more organized with your life moving forward. Though it seems boring compared to living in dreamland, sometimes you just have to put the hours in to get your goal. The message of this card is not to let your emotions carry you away into fantasies or daydreams. It's easy to wish for something. Everyone does it. Get ahead by making sure you are backing up with dreams, work, and effort. The next card is the Lovers. And it's interesting because the Lovers also represents a choice. Also, what do you consider cottage country? Country? It's funny because I think of Animal Crossing, but that's just me. Um, the Lover's card is as much about choice as it is about love. It means you have come across or will come across something you know is meant for you, whether a person or passion. The question is, will you diverge from your current path to follow this new element? Remember, when making your choice, that love brings its own hardships. The Fool lands at a crossroad after the Hierophant. They face a new challenge. Before, the Fool was self-centered, but now they experience a powerful urge to be with another person. When the Fool sees this new person at the crossroads, they realize that while it's good to conform, at some point they have to decide upon their own values. This is when the Fool begins to question. The Lover's card is illustrated with twin hearts and a vine. The vine stands for both deep unity and newfound purpose in one's journey. As card 6, the Lover's card holds both magic and completion properties of the 3 and the duality of 2. 6 is more stable than 4, promising harmony as well as security. If you receive this in a reading, you may be at your own crossroads. Be assured that no decision is a bad decision, except it is almost certain that you can't turn back at this point. Where will you go? So I think this one's pretty straightforward so far. You have a lot of options. The problem is not to stay in that, don't get stuck in the decision aspect of it. That whatever choice you make is the right choice as long as you're making a choice. Because if you wait too long to make a choice, then the Wheel of Fortune moves forward and the universe chooses for you. Because ultimately, just like someone who uh, leads someone on, the like lack of choice is a choice. Six of Swords. By the way, Tipping Canoes, what country do you consider cottage country? You have one last card if you'd like me to read on it, because it is a little bit of a, you can't have light without shadow in Canada. Um, The Six of Swords reversed is associated, um, it's a melancholy energy, and it can represent harmony and stillness, but when it's reversed, it can mean depression. These may be the days you almost can't get out of bed. There's a listlessness and lack of motivation. This card reverse can suggest you are resisting the necessary situation in front of you. Perhaps you feel it has been forced on you and you want no part of it. This card reverse indicates that it is a negative approach when it comes to your health. To recover, you must take responsibility for the current situation and get something out of it. I don't know if I'm really getting the health aspect of it just based on the rest of the spread, but I kind of just um basically my warning is no, no, don't be sorry. I think it's just kind of what I was talking about, where basically um like if you take too long to make a decision, like the universe waits for no one. So you may be presented with in love, a lot of opportunity or choices. Don't get that paralysis. Make sure that you're making a clear, distinct choice. Don't get too bogged down by all these options. Just kind of follow your intuition. Otherwise, it could just go for a negative. That's what what this particular reading is giving me. Otherwise, it's positive, especially for a love reading. It sounds like you have plenty of options. Just make sure that you are making a choice. So yeah. Well, that was great. Thank you so much for coming and letting me do a reading for you. I think uh I think maybe that'll be it for this week. I hope you guys join me again next Wednesday, and maybe we'll even figure out another day of the week to do readings. As long as you guys keep coming, and thanks for the follows. Thank you for the resub, Val. And yeah, that'll be it. Shaystar signing out. Thank you so much.